The baseball playoffs are on. My St. Louis Cardinals are not in them. And I'm reading the biography right now, Charlie Hustle by Keith O'Brien, about the life of the late, great Pete Rose, who should be in the Hall of Fame. It's a fascinating story. And a lot of younger Americans might not realize that baseball is America's pastime, how popular this sport was. Even when I was a kid in the 1980s in St. Louis, baseball was the most popular sport. We traded baseball cards, baseball stickers. We fill them up in a book. I knew every starting player on every team in Major League Baseball. And it was a great time in St. Louis because Whitey Ball and Ozzie Smith and Willie McGee and Tommy Herr and those great teams that we had. And we would play baseball in the street with a tennis ball. And when I didn't have no one to play with, sometimes I would just have a bat and a ball and play with myself. And I would throw a ball against a brick wall behind my house at different angles to learn how to catch it and throw it off the steps because Ozzie Smith said he did that as a kid. And to think how huge of national figures Pete Rose was, and Johnny Bench was, and Ted Williams was, and Stan Musial were, and Babe Ruth, and Hank Aaron, and Willie Mays, all these greats. Lou Gehrig, Mickey Mantle, Whitey Ford, Bob Gibson, Tom Seaver, all these greats. And now the biggest stars in Major League Baseball are not even really on the radar nationally. They're just followed locally by their teams. And we are missing out on Shohei Ohtani, who may be the greatest or one of the greatest baseball players of all time. And it's a real shame because if Ohtani had played in the 60s or the 70s or the 80s or probably even the 90s, and definitely the 50s, he would be the most popular sports figure in the United States of America. And now, baseball players are about like boxers or MMA stars. And now I'm a big boxing fan and combat sports, and MMA guy and wrestling guy. I'm talking about real wrestling. So I know all those guys, but the average American doesn't. And that's the point baseball is at right now. And honestly, I don't think it's going to come back. That's kind of the reality. And I think analytics has hurt baseball a lot. I think the way the game is played now is not as exciting as it used to be. Analytics have made football more exciting, baseball, basketball, boxing less exciting. And that's the world we live in.